So in the Unity Asset Store, you can find tons of materials on rendering some basic enemies. So just create an empty and download the enemy from the Unity Asset Store. You have the enemy with the sprite animation itself. So this is the easiest way to start. So just let's just try dragging and dropping the enemy on that, and you have it. You have a simple enemy for the 2D platformer that we are creating. See, nice and smooth. He looks very dangerous. A dangerous dino. Yeah, I hope he spits fire out of his mouth. But jokes aside, we need to make this enemy patrol for a moment. Our player is gonna be threatened by this enemy, so let's see how we can do that. So since we have the sprite animation from the previous tutorial, let's just animate our sprites. So here the issue is we need to resize all the other sprites as well for the animation to work properly. To do that, click on it and give it 16 because this is style art and we need to be 16 pixels per unit for it to render properly on the screen. So let's just hit save, and now if you play the animation, you can see that it will play very smoothly. Let's just see. Okay. So this is a cute little animation for our enemy, and we can adjust the speed as however you want it. That's not an issue. Now we need to make the enemy move. So to do that, let's just add a component and a box collider component. We need the collider to collide it with the enemy to detect the collisions of the player. That's how we do it. And we need to create an enemy container. Just create it empty and drag the enemy into it. Now we need waypoints. Just like how we moved our platform, we need two waypoints for the enemy to patrol. There are many advanced ways of doing this, but in this tutorial we will only explore this way. This is the simplest way how the enemy can patrol between two waypoints. So let's just create two empties and drag it. Let's just give it some icon for better visibility and drag it like this. So we need the enemy to patrol on this platform left and right continuously. So let's just copy it just like the previous platform what we did. Let's just copy it and place it on the other end. We need the enemy in between these two waypoints. So let's just rename this enemy waypoint 2, give it an identifier, something like this, and move it to the other side. Now we have two waypoints and things are becoming quite clear. So let's go into the script after creating a new script called enemy patrol, and we can just directly copy paste the code, guys. This is very easy to implement. So if you have not watched it, go watch my previous video on how we have implemented the enemy patrolling. I mean the platform movement. So the same logic applies to the enemy patrolling as well. Let's just copy it. This is direct copy paste, guys. I mean, I'm not encouraging copy paste, but since we have ChatGPT and all the AI tools these days, it's really easy for these very basic stuff. It's really easy. Now you can modify the enemy behavior according to your liking. I mean, if you are making some kind of pet project, this is a great way to start. So if you make the variable public, you can actually drag and drop those two waypoints onto the editor like this. So this is all you basically need. Now let's just try and play the game. This is really a long and lengthy process, but for game development, the important point to note here is that you need to enjoy the process. You need to be curious. You need to think from the yes. You can see the enemy is patrolling. We need to change the direction of the patrol. That's okay. We can do that. But this is looking really nice in my opinion. Now to flip the enemy, let's just reference the sprite in the start method and just copy the flip statement from the other file into this file. So when the enemy is traveling towards waypoint 0, we will say flip x equals true, and then in the other way flip x equals false. Yeah, this is very simple to implement as far as sprites are concerned. But in the next video we will be doing 3D because that's the way to go. Or we'll do some advanced particle based 2D stuff. Let's see where it goes. So here let's try playing it again. The jumping is a bit janky. There is a bug where the player, if he is in contact with the enemy or the platform, then the jumping is kind of disabled. We have to fix that in the next episode. But for now, let's see if the enemy is working. Be careful to jump. See, I'm not able to. Okay, now the jumping is working. Okay, the enemy turned to the other side. This is looking really good. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe to my channel if you like it. Take care. Peace.